What's up? Praise y'all. Sure. Welcome to Dream Machines, everybody. Got a cool little subject. Trying to multitask so I can do one of these like discussion streams, but also chop up a sample. So how you feeling, everyone? Oops, here we are. So yeah, what's good? Sunday stream. I like Sunday streams. Good way to start the week. So praise y'all. Yeshua HaMashiach. It's my boy Jesus Christ. All right. Helped me through a lot. So how you all feeling? Topic of the day. What is your dream MPC? See, I'm sitting here with two of my MPCs. I got the Live 2 and Live 1. And I've been trying to decide which one I want to keep because I know I don't need two. This one's been super convenient. Speaker, because having my daughter on the lap, you know, it's a beautiful thing to let her kind of be involved and immersed in the music. Be able to have her sit with me. This one's just more portable. So this really comes down to lifestyle and what your dream MPC is. We can talk a little bit about what that is. I'd love to hear what you guys want. I'm sure it's much different. Some of y'all maybe similar in the same kind of situation where you appreciate like something portable. Some of y'all like want a 88 key keyboard with a 10-inch X screen and all the, you know, stuff. So yeah, just want to talk about that. Who's bought the MPC XL? How many of y'all that pop up here in here? I haven't seen anyone so far in these streams. I don't think that have said they have bought the XL. So I'd like to know. And yeah, we just kind of go through it because I did post this up the other day on my posts here on YouTube and on Facebook, and it was just a little ChatGPT thing that I put up. Pretty much just a Live 2 retro, smaller, right? I had to put it up next to a phone. This is a picture of my phone with Koala on it, and I set it next to my MPC Live 2 retro, snapped the photo, threw it in ChatGPT, and was like, can you shrink everything, make it look like relative? So that's pretty much, that's all been done here in this image for this little concept. You see it has its flaws. It is ChatGPT. But I think a lot of people, as you can see from just looking at this, a lot of people, you got some people laughing at it. Some comments are kind of like, whatever, you know. But most of these people would want to see a portable MPC Live 2. And that's nothing really innovated here, just the same design, just in a smaller package. And that would kind of be my dream thing, because there's nothing like these MPCs as is are legit, you know. So for me, the number one valuable resource is the portability and being able to not break my back. As I'm getting older, I go to work every day, and that's why it's important to me to have one of these MPC Lives, is because they're portable. But I carry like a backpack on my back full of stuff, you know, spare clothes, whatever. I have my bag holding the MPC, got my lunch, and it's a little much. And I wake up every day. Not that the cause of this is my back problems is the MPC, but yeah, I'm getting older, and it's just kind of a hassle. But I make it work because I'm trying to hustle and be as productive as possible. So man, a lot of likes there. A lot of people would like to see that. Yeah, so let me pull this up here. Where's my phone at? But yeah, I'm trying to chop up this sample too and trying to decide. I'm going to look at some video. I got this video that I want to pull up here in a second. Someone did like a DIY project, kind of response to the XL coming out. But I'm chopping this up. I sat down, I was like, I want to get a sample. I'm like, because sometimes it's just kind of like a hunt, man. It takes a while process to find just a good sample, but I thought this sounded cool. It was the first thing that I played immediately. Just hit the randomize on samplet.io and came up with this one. Pretty dope. So let me just... And then this one. kind of like the, what's it called? I'm gonna stem this one out. I forget if my mic will go out when I stem something out. I don't want my mic to go out too long, but I'm gonna stem this out. Shoot. How'd that happen? I'm about to clear this. Let's stem this out. Now, hold on. Let me see what's up with y'all in the chat. Just want to say what's up. Pull this up real quick. Thanks for dropping in, everyone. 17 of y'all in here. If I can get a thumbs up, I would appreciate that. I got some things on the agenda I want to tell you about. Just kind of standard stuff. Try to make this, you know, YouTube thing a living because I love doing it. So really just about living it and loving it. But it's got to love me back or I won't be able to do it. But part-time. So, yeah, here we go. Appreciate that. What is good? Let's see who we got here. LPN, yo, what's good? B Jamming, what's good? DJ Rec, what's happening? Tactical MIDI. 1124, Tim Dog, what's up? We got volume. Hold on a second. Where's that coming from? Right here. The one not released. Yeah, not quite there yet. I know we've already talked about some of this stuff, right? So, B Jamming. So go ahead and still bring it up though. Like to see it. MPC Mini, MPC 1000 release. What, like a re-release of the 1000? Yeah. I was actually looking at 1000, like used once again. It's kind of wild what the used market is on those. Like I was trying to look on Guitar Center and I see no of like the more vintage MPCs on Guitar Center anymore. And I used to see like 1000s pop up, 5000s, 2500s. But I think it's because if you look at like Reverb and eBay, people are trying to sell their 1000s for like over $1,000, some of them, and some for over like 2500s for like 1500. So I think that's probably why you don't see them on GC, because people are getting more money out of them. It's just it's kind of a weird market. It goes up and down. But I was looking at that because I know I don't know if you guys had seen someone had invented or created a MPC 1000 like portable battery mod that you can put in it, and they were selling the parts for it. I think they even had a service. I don't think they do it anymore, but I was trying to see if I could find one. You know, just at that gas. Whenever something new comes out, being the XL this time around, you know, I kind of get some gas. I'm like, well, the XL is a crazy price. I'm not gonna get that. I can't even fit that in my studio. So then I'm like, well, you know, how about this? How about I look at this? You know, how about I look at that? You know, so. Oh, yeah. Let's see. But real quick before I get too far into the chat, I'm gonna get back to the chat. I wanted to tell you guys all about something for you all, but people who might jump in who don't really come around here too much, because I don't expect much from everybody who's kicking it in here. Usually I just appreciate the company from y'all, but I did want to tell you about this new expansion that I just created. It's called Soul Session 1, and it is a handcrafted MPC expansion inspired by the timeless sound of the 70s soul records, warm keys, expressive textures, and drums that breathe like a real player. You know I use ChatGPT for that. You know, I'm not trying to lie to you. You hear it. This pack includes a complete MPC project loaded with 10 key groups, built specifically to be RAM friendly for MPC users, running 2 GB models so you can stay creative without fighting memory limits. So that was the goal with that. And that's my little spiel about what I'm selling today. Anyways, I make all these sounds for myself, and then I put them up, you know. Why not? I think that's what we should all do. So who else is in here? Beats by Alonzo got the XL. MPC Mini would also be your dream MPC, or is that pretty much because you got like every other MPC? Which MPCs do you not have? Because I know you got a collection, man. But yeah, how you loving that XL, man? I seen a couple beats you were doing, some shorts and stuff. That was cool. Bobby Bean was good. MPC VR, like virtual reality MPC. That's a thought. I want the 1000. Oh, okay. Well, that exists. Ain't too far off, but yeah, like I said, prices are a little crazy right now. Push Santana was good. Yeah, how you liking the XL? I think the XL looks pretty perfect. Other than the size, like I like a lot of the new control, man. The Q links I always felt like would be so much better if they were underneath the screen, even like specifically for the live, like being that they're on the side. It's kind of crazy to think now that you see the XL with the Q links under the screen, every single one of those 16 Q links under the screen, that the Live 3 that was just released, having them still on the side, I understand it's probably just a design thing that they had to go with maybe, but that would have been an opportunity to have them under the screen. Like it would have made more sense to me to see them under the screen. Just because, like for me, like I see it as like the whole track layout. I know it does much more than that, but the track layout, it makes sense. Like if you were to have volume control right there, just running underneath the track, for chopping and stuff, makes sense. Start endpoints rather than Q-Link clicking over and all that. Alex, what's up? MPC Live in the shop after a few months of it not charging. I would love the Live 2 for a nice little update. The 3 is still out of my budget. Yeah, I hear you. So yeah, man, that's just something I was kind of decide. I think I'm leaning towards keeping the OG Live, and I was gonna look at some of these things I've been looking at with y'all that kind of are like a little accessories that what's the word, fill in the gap for what the MPC Live has. The 2 has, like the speaker, or the 3 has with the microphone. Some stuff that I've been looking at. Got my MPC Touch MIDI to my 37, works nicely. Interesting. That's interesting because I was, that's another thing I want to look at. I want to pull up this video because I was thinking about DIY stuff, and I was looking at the Touch and wondering if it would make a good controller for an iPad, because I got the new iPad, right, and so many programs on there, and like Koala and Logic, and I guess even IMPC, although I was messing with that and that was crashing on me, but able to note those kind of things, like it's a cool little music production piece of gear in itself, just the touchscreen, just the iPad itself. But I was trying to imagine like controllers or like audio interfaces and like a cool way of putting that together, maybe even like DIY way of setting it up. So when I seen this video, maybe you guys have seen this. Let me pull it up. Give me a second. Hold on, so I'll mute this. Yell at my daughter to turn her tablet down. All right, so yeah, on the subject of DIY stuff, someone posted this video, and it says testing out the new MPC XL Killer Ultimate Sampling Machine, the AIOS, I guess. So let's watch it. I got volume here. Oh, we're gonna be freezing. Come on. All right, I'll give it a second. I was gonna do what it does. But yeah, so it's freezing. Internet going. Okay. Well, let that buffer up or whatever, and we'll keep the chat going for a little bit. So, but I was thinking about the Touch, and because the Touch has an interface, so I wonder if that would work well with an iPad. Because it would be cool if there was a cool, like, I wonder why not many companies, I don't really see these at all, actually. I would say any companies make like drum machines or drum controllers with like built-in audio interfaces. The only ones that I've seen are like specifically made for like is the Machine Mark III? I don't think that has an interface, does it? It might. I don't know. But yeah, the MPC Touch had an interface. But it would be cool to see some companies just bring out MIDI controllers, like a pad controller with an interface in it, so that you can like map it for a specific program and use like the sampling capabilities of that program and be able to sample right into it. So something like that, I was thinking the touch for Koala. I wonder if anybody's tried it. It'd be nice to see. So I want the SP44 Mark II with a better sequencer. Yeah, man, they could always improve it. I don't think it's too bad. I think it's just awkward. The sequencer is good, but it's awkward. It's a second thought. You know, it's in the background. That's how I describe it. If they brought it up front, you know, and had the controls, maybe add play, stop, record to the main screen rather than having it double up. Like I haven't seen my SP in a while, so I don't know what the pattern sequencer button. When you press the pad, it starts the pattern. My thought was, when I was putting this, I did this stream where I was like doing my wish list for the SP, and I'm trying to cut it down into a little video to share it. But one of my thoughts was, for the SP currently, if they could add to the OS and the firmware update, is if the sub button, because that sub button you can select two functions, whether it triggers the last pad you triggered, or the other one was to trigger like skip back. So if they can add more features or more possibilities that you can select within the menu, the utility screen, and add like a playback button, like a pattern playback, so that when you're in the main screen, you can start the pattern without going into the pattern screen. You know what I mean? So whatever the last pattern you were on, if you're in the sample mode rather than the pattern sequencer mode, you can trigger it from the sub pad. That's my thought on how to fix that and kind of bring the sequencer forward and make it less frustrating for a lot of people. I don't know what's going on with this video here. Maybe they took it down. I don't know why they would have, but okay, here it is. All right, let's play this video. You guys, tell me if you've seen this. So I don't know, he's got some kind of like Windows tablet there. It looks like a machine. I don't know why. I haven't asked him. I was going to ask him in the comments why he covered up the machine like screens. And that is machine he's running on the tablet. But I like the idea, like the DIY idea of just taking a MIDI controller, making a case out of it, and like mounting it all. It's kind of cool. So, I mean, this is something that I would like to do with maybe an iPad. But yeah, I'm not really in the DIY mental capacity. Like, I don't really do this kind of stuff. But it almost kind of looks like a regular, like a rack, like a 19-inch rack mount, maybe like laid flat. Or maybe you built it like that. That's kind of the idea, it seems like here. I'm just wondering if the iPad or the tablet mount is custom, or if that's something you can find somewhere and just, so kind of interesting. So yeah, there's that. But yeah, man, just sparking like DIY ideas here. So I am trying to figure out what a cool setup would be for the iPad. I just haven't gotten around to that. I do want to do a stream where I'm just kind of messing with Koala with the iPad on the desk. Just put the MPCs to the side. Ashley Webster, what's good? I've got the Live, but would love a Live 2. Not going to be upgrading yet. Yeah, but you got to ask yourself, does it really add to what, you know? Are you going to use the speaker a lot? To me, it's handy for certain occasions. And that's why I was looking at like getting, let me pull up some of the stuff that I was looking at. Oh, yeah, I went to, I buy stuff. I'm pretty vain, bro. Like when it comes to this stuff, like I like aesthetics. And I went and bought one of these because I seen someone had an MPC one on Facebook, and it was like, looked like this, right? they didn't have the retro, but I was like, oh shoot, that knob fits on the lives. And so yeah, because this knob, I remember this knob from back when I had the MPC 1000 and the 500, and I guess it fits on the 500 and the 1000 as well as all of these Key 61. So it fits on Live 3. It doesn't say live here, but it's under the live section, and it's all the same. So, but and I think this might be the original MPC XL knob. It might be a smaller one, like a flatter one. This is like a fat one, like a tall black jog data wheel. So yeah, I kind of had a little nostalgia, and I seen that, and I was like, oh, I'm gonna go grab one. So I'm ridiculous because after shipping, it was like $23 for a knob. Yes, I'm loco, man. So don't tell anybody. Don't tell anybody. All right. Anyway, so like I was looking at some stuff to supplement with the OG. So I decided to keep the OG rather than the Live 2. What the Live 2 offers kind of obviously is the speaker, and which is like, I kind of don't want to get rid of that because I do have my daughter on my lap quite often. But I mean, any little speaker would do, right? And so I'm thinking, oh, it's not really that I need the speaker when I'm like outside the house. I mainly just use it here. And I don't have studio monitors. So I could get some studio monitors, which I've wanted, but I'm not necessarily where I want to spend a bunch of money because I've been okay just mixing in my headphones. That's why I got the mix phones, because they have like mixing features, I guess, the little switch on the side. So, but I was looking at portable things like this, and I know it's not going to sound good. I don't know if anybody's tried anything like this, but it's just a little speaker that you plug directly in to the jack, the aux jack, and it probably sounds terrible, but sometimes that's all, I don't really need quality. I'm just trying to listen for samples and just sitting here and trying to come up with some ideas without really being obsessed with this. The C2 speaker is pretty nice, actually, and the 3 one is nice, and it's an improvement. So if that is something you end up deciding to go with, the speaker is improved. I don't think it's a great improvement, but there is an improvement. I think that's noticeable, so somewhat subtle but noticeable, So yeah, man, just exploring with these ideas. I'm like, I just need like a little cheap speaker, and then there's something like this where you can just sit in front of the MPC, and then you got an MPC Live 2 kind of deal going. I don't know. But I also have like a JBL, really, and this is what I had been using. One of these is cool enough. This is actually, I bought this one. I bought my MPC 1 and wanted to turn it into a Live 2. So I had put the Velcro on the side. Just like you've seen all the people in that time when the MPC 1 came out. I forget this creator on YouTube's name was, but he's the one that found a battery. And he actually did this with the battery on one side. And I ended up putting the battery on one side and then putting the speaker on the other side. And it looked goofy as heck, but yeah, man, it served its purpose. So really what I just need is a cord. I don't need to be spending. I just need another aux cord, and I'm good, because it's a Bluetooth speaker, but it has an aux input. So, but yeah, then another thing I'm looking at is a portable, decent sounding mic. So I was looking at this, kind of pricey. I've seen some decent used prices, but this is like a really small actual mic. Like if you look at reviews of it, people holding it in their hands, it's tiny. Like I think you can hold it between your fingertip and your thumb, pretty much. But this is cool because this has built-in analog compression. So that's what really kind of intrigues me. And then it comes with like everything you need to carry it around. And it's got the pop filter, it's got a stand, it's got a carrying case. And then it's got your cables for whatever operating system you're on for mobile, like the iPad, iPhone, and then Android, USB-C. So yeah, it's something I was looking at. And what was I looking at over here? Oh, this is something else completely unrelated. I was just looking at B Jam and Finn, you were in here. I was in your stream when we were talking about I was mentioning that I was having trouble auto sampling with the MPC, and the ASTROLAB was crashing. And actually, I've been trying to auto sample it, and then I'm getting these key groups where it's actually skipping notes, and I'll get like these empty, what is it called? Empty, pretty much samples, and I'll have to just restart and then hope I get lucky. So like, I'll redo the same preset a few different times till I get it, and it's just kind of chance. So yeah, two things are happening. So it might be related to this, because this guy was saying, let me know if you've run into any issues with just in general, because I'm looking at this post that popped up, and it's labeled MPC Live 3.75 pin DIN MIDI input completely broken. All MIDI input coming into the MPC is a velocity percentage 0%. No sound on the MIDI ports, but comes in totally fine when that same signal is coming in on USB. Checked everything several times over. Kai said they were aware of certain issues, so they're aware regarding MIDI. Saw one other person post about it a while ago. Am I going crazy here? That's a huge problem. So no one has replied. I might reply into this about my issue, because it might be related. I am using, although he's using an input, I'm using the output from the MPC going into the ASTROLAB and then having the issues. I thought the issue was with the ASTROLAB, because the ASTROLAB will actually freeze and then it's stuck on the preset. I can't turn the knob and change it, and I won't get any sound from the keys. So I'll have to do a hard reset and restart. So from the sounds of it, it might be an MPC bug issue and sending MIDI and causing, I don't know, something going on there. Crazy Wabbit, what's good? So SP44 Mark III. Got my touch MIDI to 37, works nicely. I'd read that. Let's go hit the button. What's good? 404 rocks. So yeah, I've been missing it a little bit. Push the antenna. The MPC Live 3 gained some weight. Eventually, it's not going to be portable anymore. Yeah, can you imagine what an MPC Live 4 would look like? Come on, we need the mini. Let's go. Let's go. Keep it simple. Dream MPC, most definitely the Key 37. See, y'all in a good place where you're saying your Dream MPC already exists. So you could just save up some money if that's what you need to go get it. Someone else said the 1000. But yeah, kind of pricey, I guess. The old machines are dope. Too slow these days. Depends how you work. Yeah. I don't know. I am kind of tempted. I want to get like a 1000 or 2500, because your max is 128 megabytes. And I know you can do a lot as far as like making a beat. You don't need a lot. But I'm kind of curious if I could record a whole song with 128 megabytes with full verses like I do in the MPC. 2 gigs is fine for it. Like a full, I got to do 12 bar verses or 16 bar verses and a hook and stuff. Like the hook won't take up too much space, because you'll just repeat it. So it's the same file, like a little 4-bar loop, and you can just repeat it. But I wonder if it could, because I never got there. Although I was beginning to start writing songs and record them with the MPC 1000. When JJOS was implemented and you had audio tracks, it was like, oh, wow, this is cool. You can do this. You know, I wrote some hooks. I just never recorded verses. I never actually followed through with that. But I am curious if it's possible. Possibly, because actually, I think it is, because actually 128 megabytes, the time is cut in half if you're doing stereo samples. But if you're going to do vocals, you could just do a mono, set your input to mono, and then your record time, your sampling time doubles. And I believe the last memory I have was using the 500, and I believe you get like 11 to 12 minutes of sampling time, which should be enough to do a whole song. Let's see. Yeah, for tactical, for me, a Live 3 is more than enough. I'm happy with the Live 2. So you still got the 2, haven't got the 3 yet. Chocolate Boy Swagger, what's up, man? Street Wax TV. I went to Sweetwater yesterday and checked out the XL. Looks clean. Cool. I went to Guitar Center, and the most I saw was the box. So in person, I haven't quite seen it. Maybe they got it out, because I went over there to return something, and I asked about it, and the guy didn't even know they had one in there. And so one of the other associates brought it out, but I didn't have time to stick around. He was about to check it out. So I wonder if it's on display. OmniLab official, what's good, brother? Tired man, just changed the Live 2 for the 3. Still struggling with finding the right button to push. Yeah, that was a struggle for me when I had it on my desk too, man. Definitely. But I had all 3. It's a matter of time to learn the new layout, but I think the 3 is an improvement for sure. For me, it definitely is, man. It is. It's just like it's not one that I need, I think, at this time. But I'm sure there's space for me to change my mind. I'm not too proud to say that. Lanza or Tactical, I would like an MPC Live with one more pair of inputs, and it would be nice if they still included an extra input. I like that idea. I don't have the 3000, the 60. I want a mini because when I travel, I want a smaller platform for sure. Still trying to master my Live 2. Why jump ship? No point. Yeah, good point. I think a lot of people are in that boat. And me too. Even me with, like, I try to do tutorials and share everything I know. There's things that I don't. Like, I just was looking at, like, the Q-Link, what is it called? The Q-Link edit. Like, this is improved. And before I bought this guy, I could have just looked at the Q-Link and got some of the stuff done rather than getting the MIDI mix. And now I'm kind of like looking at it. I'm gonna explore it a bit and see if I can do everything that I was wanting to do here and just clean up my desk. Because that's another thing about portability. It's not just the portability. I like the desk space. Like for one, being able to have my keyboard here and stuff. I can't even see that, but I got the QWERTY keyboard here. I just like less of a footprint on my desk. I like a clean space. So, and that allows for me to maybe bring an additional keyboard with an opportunity to try them and have the space for it. Versus, I mean, it's not a super big deal, as you can see, but I mean, you can see the difference if you've never seen them next to each other. The Live 2 and the Live 1. Try to clean this up a little bit. Okay, let me, I'm going to go ahead and let's see if I think Stem's doing the stems will cut my mic off, but we'll see. I'm not sure. No? Okay, I'm still able to talk. Cool, I should have done that a minute ago. Let's see. I think it's fun to dream and have wishes. When I wake up, I'm happy with what I have. No doubt. That's how you got to be, man. And that's how you should start your day for sure. With gratitude. And I am grateful. And that's why, I mean, I don't like try to hoard stuff. If the MPC Mini came out, I would sell both of these. If it was like the same exact spec, same stuff, I would sell both of these, So, because I'm grateful. And I know I don't need, I know the difference between wanting and needing. And so I just try to not be wasteful or that kind of thing. I mean, if I had all kinds of money and space, I would probably be a collector. Probably space is the number one thing when it comes to that. Because the number one factor for me not getting an XL isn't really about the money. It's more about, sorry about that. It's more about the space for me. Okay, I wanted to extract so we got the vocal on that. Bass is useless. Okay, and then drums is useless. The vocal's kind of right in there. I don't like how it did that. It kind of split the vocals between these two, and this is what I wanted. Yeah, well. see. This is repeated. Oops. Okay, got something. MIDI old stuff to new stuff. Sounds cool. I still want. I'm probably gonna end up sending this. Well, I have to send this ASTROLAB back. I think it sounds dope, honestly, and it's a very convenient desk space and portability wise. Um, but what I really want, nothing is matched for me. The sounds, like even to this day, like I still feel like there are some things that the ASTROLAB probably does better, but Yamaha, like overall, I just like the sound of Yamaha, like an old motif. And maybe I need to look into like the new stuff, like the Montage or the Modi X. I just don't want a piece that big. Like, I don't even want a 61 key keyboard. It'd be nice if Yamaha came out with like a mini Montage or a mini Modi X, which is the Modi X is just like the Montage sounds, right? In a cheaper housing with less features, maybe less storage or whatever. That would be cool. Because other than that, I'm probably gonna. I slept on it, but Guitar Center had some used racks. I'll just throw that rack up right here and control it with the MPC, and I'll be pretty happy, I think. Appreciate it, OmniLab. No, I said 4.4 Mark III, not Mark II. It needs to be a better screen. Yeah, okay, I hear you. I hear you. Yeah, I'd probably jump on that immediately. I mean, I'd be lying if I said no. Yeah, exactly. That Korg replay, man. I was just looking at that. I was just cursing it today. I was like, you piece of. Like, it looks good. It looks really good, but it falls short. And I ain't even tried it. Like, so many people haven't tried it. Trying to charge $1,000 for something that's not doesn't even have battery capability. I think you can plug it in maybe to like a portable sound like battery bank. But right, people are hating on the micro USB, but not even that. No sequencer, and the touchscreen kind of fails. And that really the purpose of it is a dang K oscillator pad, XY pad, and that's yeah. They need it. Yeah, that's a good idea with the touch. I had mine on the use with 2.0 when I need it. If you ever have you ever tried to like plug it into the iPad or use it as a MIDI controller for software other than the MPC software? What are you doing up there? I want to make an IC. No, you already made one, didn't you? All right, whatever. Go ahead. 2K Lite, 3000 LE MPC 62. Oh, the 62 and 2500. For sure. The MPC Renaissance is only $300. Oh, okay. Still too big, that DIY thing. Yeah, I prefer something mini, but it's interesting where people take ideas, get inspired from whatever, the XL coming out. DJ Rec, 3000 LE on offer up for 3K. I'd like to try one, but I don't know about spending that much. Is it really significantly a difference as far as sound? Like what is the appeal about like those other than them being like one of the first NPCs, right? Or like Dilla had the 3000. I like the MPC improvement, says Tactical MIDI, but you can do so much with 2 gigabytes of sampling space. Yeah, I believe so. I don't see the need other than bringing high quality instruments to the platform. Yeah, that's one of the main things. Or doubling up the audio tracks. And I just use headphones. Only reason to buy speakers is if you don't have headphones. It's not like you're mixing on those speakers anyway. I mean, for me, yeah, I'm mixing on my headphones, or I think the speaker is decent. I mean, if you're like, I guess, a pro in the industry and all that, but if you're making songs and just posting them up like I am, then we're good. I'm not sure about the ASTROLAB. I was reading about how to update the ASTROLAB, and it says you have to have the software on it. So, if that's the case, I'm just too lazy to do that. I don't want to have to download the Arturia stuff. I don't even have a computer. Like, I got my girl's tablet over there, but I don't know if it's got enough space to even do it. Let me know if I'm wrong about that. Because when I was looking at the Wi-Fi stuff with the ASTROLAB, it seems like it's just a hotspot to connect to the software on an app rather than having. Well, maybe you can do it. I don't know. Is there a way to download the update just from the ASTROLAB? I don't think I can log into my. Maybe there is, huh? If not, that might be my issue. Okay. I still think it's the MPC Live 1 and 2. Yeah, Tactical MIDI, and you're all about MIDI. But are you on 3.7? Did you update 3.7? Because I feel like I needlessly did it. I haven't looked at any benefits of using 3.7 on my Live 1.
Daddy.
Yes.
I want small pancakes.
Okay. I'll help you in a minute, all right? Yeah, so Tactical, are you on 3.7? That was the update that came out the day the MPC Live 3 came out. I updated like a day after, kind of like just whatever for, I didn't really check the spec notes. Like I did it and then I went live on a stream and then I went through the specs, the release notes on 3.7 and most of it just seemed to be stuff for the XL and for the Live 3. There might be some other stuff tucked in there worth looking at. Like there's something called, let me see, partial presets. I'm not sure what that's all about. That might just be for MPE stuff too, though. MPCE pads. So other than that, like I probably didn't need an update. I mean, I'm kind of running into another issue. So like if if I'm putting these packs up that people can buy, and I made it in 3.7. And you didn't update to 3.7, you're like on 3.6 or anything before, you're not going to be able to load it if it's a project. And that's kind of the layout of my new expansion is you can load the key groups individually if you want to, the drum program. But there's a project that I set up that has all the key groups in it, so it's kind of like this ready to go rompler where you don't have to like wait for load times because everything's in there. Then you won't be able to load that. I ran into that. I should have known, but I just never usually dealt between two MPCs. So I had updated this one to 3.7, and this one was on 3.6. And I tried to load like my template, my usual template, and then it was like tripping. Like it would just go back to the intro screen. I was like, "What's going on here?" I was like, "Oh yeah, okay." I have 5 other machines sequenced. Wow, Ali Star was good. If you read this message after the fact to fix his MIDI issue, firmware update if it worked previously. Hey, Major Beast, what's up? Y'all bless. I want more power. I want more power, so get the 3, eh? I'm done getting drum machines, though. I have about 2 to 3 more on my list, which are what? They should have made the XL long, then it fit everyone's desk. Most of this gear is just a computer in a box. Yeah, but focused. So like whenever I hear that though, like people are just making the point of, oh well, your MPC is technically a computer in a box. But then I say, isn't a computer just a computer in a box? Speaking of, I just had seen DJ Rec, you still in here? I was just looking at that thing that you sent me. I didn't get a chance to reply though. But DJ Rec, he had sent me I don't know what company it is, but they made a computer I don't know if this is. They made a computer inside of a keyboard, so you could it's got HDMI out and the USB plugins, and your whole computer is here. You just gotta plug it into the screen. That's pretty dope. I've never seen that anywhere else, but it's a cool idea. Once you get one device that you dig, the workflow, that's pretty much all you need. Lower the metronome down. My bad. Yeah, see, I had turned that up when I was practicing. Yeah, it's maxed out right now. So apologies. Maybe my hearing's terrible. It's maxed out, as you can see. All right. Negative. The thing is, as soon as I get my drums, I usually turn it off anyways, real quick. I forget to sometimes. But what I was saying is, like, I had it all the way up because, like, I'm better at it now, but before I couldn't finger drum a whole beat onto the metronome. And so now, like, I turned it up so I can hear it and then help me practice finger drumming the beat onto the grid so it fits, because I usually would fall short too soon or too late or whatever. So, yeah, let me turn that down. Not bad. Once you got a device that you dig the workflow, that's pretty much all you need. After that, it's all about convenience. Metronome on max, for sure it was. Metronome gang. 2026. I'm blinking every beat is so loud. My bad. Trying to blow up my earbuds. What's good? I'm using surround sound. Willy Wonka, what's up? I gotta go. Oh man, the metronome just drove him away. I hope it wasn't that. Peace, bro. New drawing a just metronome for the beat. Man, I'm so far back on the chat. Y'all are just, man. Alive 2 for 300. Where's that at? No aim. Just buy another MPC. Have 2 if it isn't enough. They add 120 megabytes to the EP 133. But you gotta buy a new one, right? I think I seen that. I'd rather have more unique instruments than one machine, so I'm fine with it. LA Star, I made a concept design of the 62, but on the KO2. BPC, Boom Bap Production Center. I'd like to see it. Put it in the chat. Maybe I can click on it. Or send it to me. Send it to my Facebook. I got my Facebook on a tab. I can pull it up. B-Boy 7 is more stable. I'm having a blast with the extra LFO. See, that stuff I don't even dive into. I noticed they have MPE stuff in there, and I don't know if it's a mistake or they're coming with a controller. Now, I had seen someone had shared a video like that where they thought they're coming with a controller, but, I mean, what is that? Why is having the MPE stuff indicate that to you? It's just all the same firmware for every MPC, so if you have that up on here, could be, but, I mean, I don't see them doing that. Because if they were, then I feel like they would have done that with a lot of stuff way back. But I think them not doing it is because they rather sell every MPC to every user and have someone own all of them. Business move, right? Yeah, they gave us the 4 quadrants on. You think they would somehow have it hidden for users that are not on the Live 3 or XL? I mean, because all the other stuff was there too, like variations or whatever, or what is it? Is it called variations? It's called articulations. Articulations is all there, and the why do I always say the? Is that weird? The mod matrix is here. Oh, that's how you would do things before. It was kind of complicated before. You would have to use the mod matrix to set up the MPE stuff, and that was this screen right here, and kind of complicated. So I think what they've just done is just made it simpler for if you have the Live 3 or the XL. It's just there because it's the same firmware and they're still supporting to some degree. So I think that's why it's there. Nothing more than just because all MPCs are on the same firmware. My thought. I don't see them making a controller, although that would be cool. I don't. Yeah, maybe. But I mean, what's the point? I can see them making a controller that worked only for the software though, not with your MPC. You know. Yeah, I don't see them making MIDI controllers to allow you to have the cheaper MPC but be able to do what the more expensive flagship does. I don't see it as a business move. That's smart on their part. Be cool for us, but I don't think so. I'm gonna be right back though. I'm gonna go put these little pancakes in the oven for my daughter. All right, back. They gave us the 4 quadrant on drum programs, and I don't know why. Man, I can't wait to stand alone with my Osmos and some suitable plugins maybe in 5 years. I don't know what you mean. How's the XL though, Ali Star? Pad-based unique selling point is the reason MPE will be left for everything else, I reckon. Being a proprietary physical design with associated software is their special little thing. So your stability is way better than last firmware. Desktop sucks, and the key group's very deep now. I made a line performance template for making the machine more fun to use. Okay, interesting. I'm the same way. Salute to the metronomes. All right. Dan Crom, what's good? How you doing? How's your Live 3? G Smith, what's up? Peace. Too broke? Don't ever say that. You're not too broke. As long as you work. Yeah, just got to look at it differently. But that's the way you make smart moves, by saying that, you know, because I know I made dumb moves as far as all this gear stuff. There won't be MPCE for any other systems. I need a new MPC studio. I was looking at the OG Studio one, wondering if that would be like a good controller for our iPad. But you know, the next keys flagship be MPE with some new key bed. Yeah, possible. Just a keyboard with a step sequencer buttons on it and a touch strip. Well, that's what first place we saw the touch strip was on the Key 61. Huh? Anybody try the Strum? Anybody who's got the XL or the Live 3 try the new Strum thing? I think that's something that just came out on 3.7. Strum chords. Something I've been wanting to see. It just, you know, I wish they would have done it differently. Like map it to a knob, I think would be cool, so you can adjust. Because I'm not sure I like how that works. I've seen it done like on the Novation keyboards, where you press the pad, but then you also press or slide your finger on the strip, and then it plays the notes at the speed that you slide it. But I think it would be cool if you could just press a pad and turn a knob real quick, and then kind of also like the Novation keys where it has this, I forget what the setting is called, but as you turn the knob, it spreads the, the strumming effect. So the notes aren't stacked. And the more you turn it, the less stacked they are, the more, you know, kind of strummed they are. So putting that on a knob would have been cool. And that's a big point, is that the knobs don't do anything inside of the pad perform mode. And the leak will be exactly as the Scott Storch leak. Yeah, I remember that. Fun times. Definitely covered that in a stream. Why would they bring the unuseful quadrants to the old ones? Hey, what do you mean? Are you not like aware that like all the MPCs are on the same firmware? So it's just kind of like a function that you don't have access to, though it's there. Massimo Styles, with my older wisdom, I will keep the Live 2. It's going to be a collector's due to the portability and the speaker. Think so? Maybe I should hang on to mine too. Retro. Thought about that. My friend, I can answer the thumbnail right now. MPC Live 3. The mic, the speaker, and the step sequencer. Yeah, you did rhyme just a little bit. Yeah, you love it. Only would have gotten the MPC XL if it had the mic. But would you use the mic, though, if you're, like, stationary? Because I don't see people really moving that MPC XL around. Yeah, I never even tested it. So we'll see where I end up. It is kind of nice. I just kind of, like, kept the level-headedness. Do I need this? And I already had these two MPCs. So, you know, it just adds quite a bit to the footprint. And I already don't like carrying this one around very much. It ends up being pretty heavy. I am looking forward to the next 61 key MPC because the power of the new MPCs is so good that a flagship workstation would be it for sure. And like a lot of that load, I wonder if Ali's in here still, have you gone into the plugins? Because with the MPC 3 or the Live 3, I was checking the plugin, the load times, and it's pretty non-existent, although there is a slight like millisecond of load time. That's not even noticeable, but I was going through them, right, switching them up. What happened there? Oh, I was going through them and just like striking the pads, and there'd be the first pad hit that I would hit as I turned the plugin preset. There would be a silence, but much quicker. Like it is annoying, almost like unusable. That's why I just have a template. Like that's the best move. Like if you have a template with your plugins, if you got one of these, like a 2 gigabyte one, and you have the plugins, just make a template with your favorite plugins with all the favorite sounds already lined up. because then you don't have to deal with load times. You just got to deal with track switching, and that's it. You know. So yeah, I'm kind of curious, Ali Star, if you could tell us, like, have you messed with the plugins and how much better that is with 16 megabyte or gigabytes over the 8? I imagine there's like it's non-existent, and that's one thing I don't like about the ASTROLAB 37 is the load times is probably just as bad as the MPC. Like if you got a 2 gigabyte MPC, I don't know how many gigabytes the ASTROLAB has of RAM, but the load times do kind of suck. They're not. It's not too bad. I mean, it's cool. It's a cool thing to have. The keyboard in itself, like there's nothing like it, and just for that, good sounds. Pretty. Some of them are great. I think a lot of them are pretty great. But yeah, load times just like this MPC, maybe even worse. I don't know. I couldn't say that, man. I could put them up next to each other and see. But the sounds are better than a lot of the sounds are better in the ASTROLAB than the MPC. For example, like I mentioned this to be jamming, the brass in some of the choirs, especially the brass, like you don't really get good brass in the MPC instruments. But hopefully, Spitfire's coming out. I've never really messed with Spitfire, just know their reputation is good, and I've seen that with like this. They're coming out with a string one, which definitely I'll jump on. And I'm assuming if they do strings, they probably do brass pretty good. I tried this drum and it's way decent. Okay, cool. Funny thing is that nobody's using the full capacity of the old live in a new MPC. Yeah, I still don't see people doing, I mean, some of the people that are doing it maybe not showing off, kind of like I am, but I still haven't seen many people. People have talked about it. People have told me, oh, they've done their whole like albums on the MPC. That's super dope to hear. Like, I just wish see there was more people present showing it, because for me that would be an inspiration. So I just keep myself inspired by doing this, but like, yeah, a lot of people say, oh, now you don't even need the computer, but I've been saying that, and I feel like you still don't. But yeah. And I had to bring this up. I use the plugins a lot, and I recently used like 10 plugins with the CPU only hitting 20% when the MPC XSE would tank. Nice. That's a big jump for sure. I'm about to go John Bonham. Who? On the XL with 200 plus sample kit. Sorry, maybe I'm ignorant, bro. I don't know who that is. True, the MPC XL is very stationary. Only thought about it since I used the MPC XE. Yeah, and the XL is bigger than the XE. XL makes the X seem like a frisbee. Is that much difference? Yeah, that's not appealing to me. I mean, I could see myself getting immersed in that if I could afford not leaving the house. Live is actually amazing with its plugins now. Yeah, so some of those limitations are the reason why I'm building my own little key group template projects. iMail Sean Beast was good, man. If you just sample the old MPC Live 2 or even the MPC 1 Plus is perfect for sure. Yeah, man, it's a good time to get into an MPC if get yourself a used one even. But even like a new MPC 1 Plus, I mean, that's like the best price you can get. But speaking of the MPC 1 Plus, wrapping it back around to what my ideal MPC is really just portability. And I've shared this thought a few times. But back to this image, my thought, and I do not know the engineering of all stuff, all these MPCs and what it takes. So a lot of people have come in my comments and be like, no, that wouldn't work. You'd have to redo the whole UI or firmware, for whatever reason. I don't know if maybe it's because parts can't be made smaller. They're a certain size, so that's why the MPCs are this size and that, whatever. Because my simple mind is like, if you look at these pads right here, they could just put MPC 1 pads and put a screen the size of the phone right here that's on the right and flip it horizontally, and then you'd be able to shrink the amount of space needed to make an MPC Live Mini. So really, that's where I'm at. You know, I'm just gonna have to be happy with what I have, and I am. That's why I'm kind of going with I want to go with the OG Live, because the OG Live is actually much more mini than all of the other portable lives, or portable, yeah. You know, I mean, compared to the one is smaller. I think actually, if I was just gonna ask for something, instead of putting the MPC One pads on a Live Mini, then just put a battery in an MPC One, because you're saving. Like I like the form factor of that, the layout, all the buttons and all that. It's got smaller pads, or significantly smaller. If you could, just put a battery in that. But I would like to see if they could do it with a 5-inch screen, or like make the screen. Well, I'm just picturing like like the Korg, the one that we were talking about earlier, the Chaos Replay. Here, I'll type it in. I believe the Korg Chaos Replay screen is possibly like a 5-inch touchscreen. So if we look at that, like you could have an MPC this size. Like these pads are probably MPC 1 or SP 404 size pads. I think the 404 pads are smaller than the one. Why not? I mean, if they're doing it here, is that screen like not even flush? Like, does it dip in? That's kind of weird. That's kind of what it looks like. But we could have an MPC like this. You know? I think this thing still looks cool. I might borrow one of these. I might ask them just to see. Because they missed the mark, but for that reason, I think a lot of people didn't give it a chance because of the price. But it might be a hidden gem we don't know about. I just don't know why they didn't put a sequencer in it. That's the one thing too that the reason why I don't want to get it, even because I could think I can get around not having a sequencer. You could do like a SP44, like resample type of workflow with this, but it doesn't have. You can't even have. It doesn't have like a chromatic mode either. It's odd to me. It's like what was the goal with this? And they just came out with a new Chaos pad, so this is somewhere in between that and a drum machine that you can't sequence on. Yeah, so I had an ASTROLAB and I'm selling it toward ASM Leviathan. Okay. Leviathan is pure synthesis though, right? You're not getting like natural sounds. Is that not what you were looking for in the ASTROLAB? Got the newer Keylab Mark III 61 and Bot V collection, and that satisfies that. Okay, there you go. I have the Live 2, Live 3, and XL. Live 2, Live 3, and XL. Oh, crazy. And the 3 and XL are crazy, for sure. Spitfire is fire. All right, cool. Yeah, I'm looking forward to that. And we haven't talked about the whole Native Instruments things. You guys up on that? So I don't know if they're going up for sale and if M-Music will acquire them. I don't know if that's people jumping the gun on the news, and maybe that's all wrong. Because I've seen kind of varying information about, some people think, oh, it's going out of business. Some others saying, oh, it's not. They're just trying to settle debts or whatever. Yamaha did the touch strip thing way back with the SU700. It didn't age too well as far as being something you need in production. I think it works well the way they implemented like Q-Link type of function with it though. Like, you know, track levels and that kind of deal. Filtering, you know, good for a filter sweep. And there's a lot more I guess you can do from it. I stream making beat on them and I love them. You do live streaming, bro? Oh, yeah, yeah. Yeah, I think I was checking out one of your streams the other day, man. I'm actually subbed up to you. Let's see where we at. We really need a breast system to get a good brass, I think. Yeah. Yamaha was doing that, speaking of them. I remember I was looking at like I think they were one of the first to do like the physical modeling stuff, since we're in that kind of, like ASTROLAB is all physical modeling, right? Like the VL1 or something, I think it was called. Kind of a square, bulky looking box in it. I think it came with like a breathalyzer, or not a breathalyzer, but like a MIDI controller for breath, for imitating those types of sounds. Definitely don't need a computer. Same sentiment here, man. That's how I feel. Yo, way bigger. Like the MPC XL is probably 3-inch either way in a desk. Yeah, it's crazy. I don't think it fit on my desk. It's a beast. Good on the One Plus Live 2 at least. But you had the XL, you said, right? Only got the MPC Live 3 because of how the power was upgraded toward the plugins. Yeah. Question, how much portability do you need? Meaning, don't go out and make music outside or in a coffee shop. Nah, not at all. It's just, I just go to my work. I don't take it anywhere else. Yeah, you're supposed to remind me. I forgot. Thanks for reminding me. Yeah, so what we're saying, like, I don't take it no coffee shop, nothing like that. I just take it to work. I just would like something smaller that doesn't, require me to carry something really bulky, mainly. So it's just another human thing, I guess, probably an obsession. It doesn't really matter, but it would be cool. Maybe I would take it other places, though, if it was smaller. Coffee shop. Got the XL. What's up? Cool. How you feeling about it? Loving it, I'm sure. I'm a Josh Slaps. It would be crazy if they found a way to do a Live 3 Mini or something. That would be a lot, you know. That's why I'm not asking. That's a lot of buttons just thrown in. I don't think it would work because, for one, like I did notice they made a lot of the buttons smaller. Like your transport buttons, they're smaller and then they're closer together. So one of the things I kind of had an issue with was clicking multiple buttons at once because the closeness of them, and they're smaller. They are different. I think these are like, it's just the feel of them. Not that that really matters to what I'm saying or what we're talking about, but they are something different. I see it's reserved for June on Sounds. What are we talking about, the XL? Got mine on Sound, so I wonder what's the holdup with that. So are you waiting for it? Or did you already get yours? Cause they sell out. They have a limited amount, and they gotta wait for more to get shipped from Akai. The XL is the flagship no matter what. They could release the MPC 61 too, and it'd still be better. Yeah, man. When it comes down to saying what's better, I think it all comes down to preference and like lifestyle and stuff. To someone who's like a major keyboard player, the keyboard version would be better than them, you know? For me, the Live 3 or the XL isn't better than my OG Live because of the portability aspect, you know? I want a 6GB MPC-1 Slim with a 12-hour battery and the new CPU for 1,000. That sounds cool. Like I always thought maybe making it a little slimmer would be nice. If they can give it the kind of the body of like a Machine Plus. Oh hell no. I'm good on that one, my dude. What are we talking about? The 6GB MPC-1 Slim or something I said? I don't remember. The Chaos design would be a dope MPC if they came that way. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Raul, Mosimo, what's up? Is a 500 too small a format for what you're saying using a size reference? I don't know. Maybe I think maybe it'd have to be a little longer to fit like a 5-inch screen. But I think about that because I remember I bought the MPC-1 and I still had a 500 at the time, and the 500 pads, which are the same as the MPC 1000 pads, are actually larger than the MPC-1 pads, but they're a different shape. Like those pads, I think they're more rectangular in a way. The MPC 500 1000 pads, they're kind of more rectangular. They're not like a true square like these pads are, or the majority of MPC pads are. From memory, that's what I'm thinking. So the MPC-1 pads were smaller, to my surprise, when I seen them. Yeah. Yes, you can. So yeah. So maybe that could work. 500 size. Maybe a little larger. But yeah, they could do like the SP or like the Korg format. That could work. You know, that would be more like an MPC 1 in a way because the screen's above the pads type of deal. But yeah, making the pads smaller and the screen smaller might be able to fit on a 500 style. But and yeah, that was it because they put the 12 pads on a 500. But being that the pads are larger, it might work. Maybe just a little bit wider. OmniLab. I won't buy another MPC. New MPCs have less CPU speed and RAM than a smart from 10 years ago. Really? Also, with zero path to upgrade the components. Do you have an MPC currently? The problem with native is that it's the only company that does great guitar VSTs. Not according to B Jammin. He says the only guitar he messes with is was it Amp? Was it Ampla? What is it called? I forget what it was. Yeah, I do stream. I maybe stream tonight, but I really love them. I initially came in from Machine Mark III, Machine Plus. I hate the Plus as a standalone. See. Yeah, I don't know. I couldn't figure out the whole workflow too well, but from time to time I think about grabbing them because they go for cheap now, you know, like used prices. Also was looking at a Force again. The XL coming out kind of, you know, revs up the gas a bit and had me looking around. It's like you can get a Force for like $400. Need like a separate track on a sequencer to imitate the breathing part like saxophone is better when it's not perfect. Hero, what's good? Why not make music outside or at a coffee shop? Someone got a pic of me the other week making a beat in a small club with a Live 3. Yeah, why not? For me, why not is because I don't go to coffee shops, you know. I got a big family. I'm either watching my kids, dealing with them, or going to work. So, I'm not a coffee shop guy. For real, I had my headphones. I really work out here with artists, so I like to cook up on the spot and get it done, for sure. See, there's so many different, like, scenarios that would make a specific kind of MPC the best MPC for that individual, you know? So, like, having a speaker, you know, out in a situation like that where you're making something and you got someone next to you, that's a lot more convenient than having headphones where you don't have two headphones. You can't sit down next to someone with another pair of headphones. Just flip the speaker on. You saying make the MPC without the speaker for some of the MIDI models? Yeah, why not? I don't necessarily need it. It just adds to the footprint, so. You need to try KO2. Me? It's the portability you might really want. Yeah, there's some things I just can't get over. Like, I was interested, as I'm always interested when a new sampler comes out. Like, I had asked Sounds to get me one, but they were, like, back-ordered. And then Fadergate came around, and I was like, nah, I'm good. And some of the deal breakers for me is just, like, no screen, I guess, no waveform. Sample management is the number one. I could maybe deal without a screen, but sample management, I'm not even sure how that is on that. I Travel Princess was good. My dream MPC would have a universal audio interface. We could use those plugins and hush up the Sonics folks. Oh, UA audio. Okay, yeah, UA. For sure. Or they could put that into any of these if they do something like that, right? Tumba Sports, True Preference. Alistar, the mini MPC 62 will drop soon, signed by Roger Lynn. All right, Alistar. That sounds cool. Yes, I'm reading comments late. I try to read every single one of them while staying busy. Maybe I'll figure this out someday. Maybe I'll figure it out one day. But like trying to do my thing, talk and like do whatever, and then like try to make a beat. Obviously, I barely even made anything. And here we are, like at a hour and a half in. Stream's about done. Probably gonna wrap it up. So. Yes, I'm late. But I'm here at the bottom. I made it. 404 ironically have my favorite pads. I like the 404 pads. I just wish I had cycle layers on my 404. It'd probably be my favorite sampler because I just love the simplicity of it, you know. XL has the same side profile as the Force had. Just hit you up. You'll help me out as far as what keeping up on the chats. You got it down pretty good. You got it down pretty good. I mean, there's a lot of chats in here, man. But if you got tips for me, shoot, I appreciate it. But I made it. I made it through, and I think I read just about every single chat. You know, I think maybe that's the key, is just not reading every chat. I know most of the channels I go watch, they don't read everything I write. So
I have more pancakes.
yeah, I'm about to get off the stream and I'll see if there's some more put on there. Okay. Yeah. As far as how to have it in front of you, so that you cannot use your phone. Well, yeah, I mean, I think this is the best way to have it in front of me, because I have it in front of me. Like, I've got the iPad right in front of me. So that's where I'm pulling up everything that you see in the stream, right? So I could go to like this stream and just read it in front of me. So I don't think it's really a matter of having it in front of me. It's just a matter of keeping up while doing, you know, talking about whatever I'm talking about. So I'm on a subject and I'm talking about it, and then y'all are probably talking about it, responding, but then I just go down to the next comment, and then I'm like, okay, now talking about whatever that sparked, and then I go into talking about that, so I just fall behind. So yeah, I've got it right here in front of me, but also I'm not looking at this if I'm, you know, clicking through some of these other things and using it to illustrate what I'm talking about. So I don't know, it's more of a balance thing, I think, than so much than just having it in front of me. But yeah, and then I gotta like scroll through it. Yeah, I don't have mine in OBS. I don't use OBS. I don't even use a computer, so I stream off of my phone. Like, so this is, you can really see it. I kind of monitor everything over there on a little screen. This is the main stream up here at the top, and at the bottom is my camera, so I can switch through them and see what I'm switching to. And then, yeah, the top camera right up here, that's my phone. So I'm streaming off the phone, and it also works as my overhead camera simultaneously. So this is what works for me. So I don't know, maybe using OBS would allow me to kind of like balance that easier. I'm not sure. But I could also, like, I can put the chat, see, I put the chat up there. I don't know if you can see it, but I also got the chat on the main screen over there. So yeah, so I got like 3 monitors plus the phone. So I like it. I like it. It works out well. So let me see. about wrapping this stream up. It's been a cool chat. See what y'all are saying and then just finish up. Cruise by Finn, what's good, man? Peace to you, bro. Thanks for dropping in. Pancakes, yeah, pancakes. It's all our fault for being too chatty. Nah, I mean, I know streamers, like, you know, when they start to get a bigger audience, or when you have a bigger audience, you have a lot of people in your stream, like the streams that I go on, like hundreds of people. You can't really expect to, like, the streamer to, like, read everything. And so, you know, I guess you become more selective, or you just read what's in front of you. That's one of the reasons I come here, is because you read every chat and you keep up with everything. I hate channels where you just basically chatting to yourself. Yeah, for real. I mean, I try to chat, you know. So it's just a chat, just a hangout. But I mean, the pressure, like, if my channel grows to the point where I've got 100 people in there, I feel like the pressure to, I mean, I don't know if I'd be able to keep up with that. So sorry to say. I know I know that I've missed some of the chats in here, but I've tried to stick on it. Appreciate it, Mayo. All right, I'm just gonna call you Sean Beats. I appreciate it. Ellie Whalen 604 about the XL, but the LEDs are faulty. Oh shoot! On all the MPC pads, so the store needed to order another for me. It's my first MPC, and I'm loving it otherwise. Dang, that's a crazy first MPC experience, especially with one with a flagship. It will that in Streamlabs. Yeah, I don't see myself getting a computer set up until, like, maybe far in the future. Cause this is the corner of my living room, right? And I live in it with my family. So I only do this when most of the family's out of the house. Cause then it's too loud. And it's a limited space, you know? And this is just convenient for me. Being, like, just doing more, like, the majority of my stuff mobile was, like, convenient for me. Since I started my YouTube channel, I just shot every video on my phone, edited on my phone, upload it from there, do the thumbnails from there, and now I'm, like, streaming. I've attempted to, because I've got an iMac that's kind of beat up. Like, it doesn't have a battery that keeps it charged anymore, so it needs to stay plugged in. And I tried to do, like, I downloaded OBS on there, and I looked at it. I don't think I ever, like, streamed from it, but my other setup was, like, using, what is it called? StreamYard, which is, like, the online platform, which has its ups and downs. But you gotta, like, you can do a free one. You gotta pay into it monthly to be able to, like, get the highest quality possible. But that was cool. It was cool because you could do wireless cameras with your phones as long as you have a Wi-Fi signal. So that's, I mean, what you need to stream in general. So, but what was I thinking of? Yeah, I mean, I pay into this app too. OBS Fun. Whoa, brother. Oh man, I appreciate that. That's a nice one. It's a nice one, but it's probably not gonna go to OBS though, bro. 30% going to YouTube. But I do pay into the app that I use, which is on mobile, and it's called Camerify Live. I think it's $8.99 a month. And the benefits that you get, as far as I know, which is enough for me, is, like, the auto descriptions. Like, if I don't have the if I don't pay into it, I don't get the auto descriptions, which you set up in YouTube, and then, you know, then Camerify Live will sync it all up and then put it on your live stream videos. But I appreciate that for whatever I need. I appreciate that. Thank you so much, brother. I assume, brother, as most of my audience is male. It's like 99.99% or something. Yeah, so, like, if you could do, which is cool, like, and that's how I started. Like with my editing app, KindMaster, I started it on the free version. You know, you get the watermark and all that. And I wasn't too proud to leave the watermark on there, whatever. And then, yeah, this app, you don't pay until you get the watermark, and then the description says Camerify Live or something. So beyond that, I think that's all I'm paying for. I don't know. Could be like better. I don't know. It's cool though, because I use the app not just for live streaming. I also use it for filming my videos, and it gives me the camera controls, you know, so I can like focus and like ISO. Like I don't know camera stuff, terminology. I only know how it applies to what I'm doing inside of here. So like the app has the zoom, and it's got this like I guess focus right here, and then ISO, which really helps because regular phone camera lighting would be like this, and then I can, you know, adjust it. Is that getting brighter? And it's got some other stuff on here I don't even mess with, but yeah. So I'm shooting my whole videos. I can change my settings, like I keep it on 720p for the stream, just so I don't run into like buffering issues. I think that affects it. I really don't know. I don't look deep into the whole video side of stuff. But I can go up to like, for the videos, I might go up to, where is it? I'm looking for it, I can't see it. No, it's not there. Maybe it's just not visible once I'm already live. But I can go 1080 or 2160 or something like that. And I'll usually go 2160, maybe 1080 when I shoot the videos. Just that ends up working better because like I'll do those like zoom cuts when I'm cutting the videos, and then it gives you a clearer picture when you use that higher video rate or whatever it is. I'm not good on this terminology and all that language. But yes, I really appreciate that. I appreciate everybody's support, conversation, the chat, and the thumbs up. If you still ain't dropped one on there, I would appreciate it. If you want to see more streams like these, more conversations like these, I love having them. Not a problem for me to do them every day if I could. So I just don't have the time, really. One day. Hero, I can't keep up with the chats when I'm in a flow cooking up. See, that's exactly it. It's hard. It's hard. I mean, it's just practice, I guess. Especially when they're chatting each other up. And see, those ones I'll try to skim over those ones, because if it's not directed towards me exactly, if it's directed to someone else, I'm like, okay, I can skip this one and let them chat. So that's helpful, you know. I would just have to look at the chat the whole time, so I understand not being able to reply, but I do try. Yes. Lord, I reckon, what's good, brother? Thanks for the drop in. You just popped in, right? You weren't in here earlier, were you? I think you were in you might have been in here. I think you were, but heck yeah. Yeah. I guess I'll jump off here. I mean, I could keep making this beat, man. fire emojis though. Yeah. I'll put the big headphones on. Put the cans on. Yeah. Yes, you need the XL. Hey, bro, you need the XL. There's a link in the description. Go get it. I'm just messing with you. Definitely not, bro. But is that a serious question? You definitely need the XL, and this is why. And make sure you click the link in the description. All right. You weren't serious? All right, because if you're serious, I'll stop. It looks dope. I mean, this isn't about need. It's about want. That's why we're here, right? We want to do this. We love music. We want to do it. So it would be cool to have, but nah, you're good. Check it. Is that the bass line? Ooh, how do you... Oh, here it is. I did the retrospective record. I was trying to figure out... I didn't hit record on that. I think the new XL has a retrospective record button. DMX. All right, bro, you're a regular dad, bro. You get you some kids with jokes like those. I like the way it looks. It's unnecessary to spend $3K on though. Now if a car wants to send one over, hey, I feel you. Yeah. I'm singing out of key. What happened there? All right, so which one should I keep? Should I sell these both and get the Live 3? What do y'all think? Keep the Live 2 Retro. But I got my super fat pads on this one, on the one. Oh, this is pitched up too. That's why it sounds weird. Isn't it? I guess not. Yeah, sell both and stay up to date with the groovy memory. If you keep one, keep the Live 2. So on Live 3, if you want the Live 3, yeah, go ahead and sell both. Tough choices. Yeah. I mean, I don't know. I mean, I guess I could probably get the money for the Live 3 if I sell both of these. I think the retros are going back up to normal used prices, which is around $1,200. And I seen when the Live 3 came out, I seen a couple of them drop down to like $800. Like, no way I'm selling this for $800. Sell both and get the XL. Nah, I'd be stuck if I got the XL. I'd be stuck because I wouldn't be able to take that to work. So I would have to get myself another Live. I guess I could just take my SP to work, you know? Spaceship. Yeah. That's what that is. XL is a spaceship, huh? Spaceship controls. I think, well, as far as like the used market prices, I see them, people are putting them up for like 1,200. Even Guitar Center has one up there for like 1,200. So it had dropped, is what I was saying. Like when like all the MPCs dropped. Like Live 2s were going for $500-$600 when the Live 3 came out. So that's all I meant. What's a Marklar? Was that like a Merkaba? Yeah, I need to turn it on. All that tablet noise. I know you got the MPC one in the closet hitting somewhere. Now I was looking at MPC ones again though, as I'm just kind of gassing around looking at stuff. But yeah, an MPC one retro would be dope. Yeah, let's see. Hold on a sec. Can you turn that down, baby? Can you turn that? Can you turn it down? It's very loud. Maxed out. Let's see. I'm gonna look real quick. see, we talking about MPC Live 2 Retro. How do you do that? Well, I don't know, like 900. Oh, and that one's got a whole, that looks like a Curry cases stand, almost. Damn. And they're letting it go for, that looks just like some Curry case. Yep. For 900 with the stand. Oh, someone's gonna jump on that fast. That stand is like $300. I shouldn't have showed y'all this. Who's gonna buy this? Dang. Yeah, that's probably the best deal right there. Cause well, Guitar Center's got one for $879, but why would you buy that when you can get a Curry case stand? 900, about $1,000. See, Guitar Center's got one for 1,200, another for $1,000, another for 900. So they're about at $1,000. I don't want this one right here. Someone did this the tilt mod on it, but dang, they want 900 for this because they got the tilt custom mod and custom pads, screen mod and pads. Can this get larger? Looks like a mini MPC 62. Was it the 62 that had the built-in tilt, like fixed tilt screen, cash register style? So that's kind of dope though. We got used live 3 prices. I want to know. People are selling used lives. 3s. $1,450. Yeah, guessing around looking at stuff. That's me, bro. Yeah. Yeah, Curry case has got the nicest stands, man. $1,529 for B stock, 1,800, $1,450, 120 shipping. I need to stop because eventually I'm gonna start wanting a live 3, and I'm good. So let me just wrap this stream up so I can go focus on something else. You know. So I don't know. That could have been a new one. There's new NPCs on Reverb. There's new gear on Reverb. Maybe you saw it. Maybe I missed it, but I didn't necessarily see that it was used. Yeah, but I'm gonna drop off here, man. I appreciate y'all kicking it with me. If you still ain't hit the thumbs up, please hit the thumbs up so I can, be encouraged to keep doing content like this. Content like this, conversations like this, live streams. But yeah. Oh, it's new for $16.99. Oh, that's crazy. I forgot. I thought it was $1,800. $16.99. Yeah. All right, though, brethren. Y'all bless. Stay up. Till the next one. All right. Peace.